Hey guys, it's Vonklous here. Let me close that door, the dogs are playing. This is Vonklous here with another episode of Railroads Online. So basically in the last video, I just kind of took y'all through a walkthrough of what I have created so far. Since I talked to you guys last, I did delete all of the bridges. So the bridge that spanned it off from here and went across that clearing right there, unfortunately is no longer there. It was the only way I could save the train from derailing constantly. So basically what I did was I came in, and I haven't tested it yet, so there may still be a derail right here. I don't know. I'll have to test it and see. But you'll have to slow down through this section. And when you come through here, you'll just come straight this way. And this track here will lead you around to the smelter. I don't have the extender on, so unfortunately I can't teleport over there. I'm going to have to walk the distance. I do need to break up these slabs over here and finish the track out. But this road work here, or groundwork, needs to come up. I need to finish putting this track back now. And basically what I did was the section that you saw where you come in the track into this area was originally right there. Well, that has since been deleted. And now you come in from over here. So that rail up there that's on this hill, it comes down the back side, which has and believe it or not, it is only a 2% slope. So there's a 2% drop or incline if you're going the opposite direction. And then you'll come in right here. And you'll either choose to go this way or choose to go this way around the entire facility. If you go this way, they don't take debit or credit. Oh, Jesus. So if you go around this way, you're going to have to... The shunt line now originally went over here and connected right there to that track. This track has been flipped a different direction now, and you'll come in over here and back up down the shunt line here. And then you still have the two separators here that basically, considering the direction that we're facing on the map, you might as well say that is the west and the east shunt lines. And so right here, you'll decide on whether you want to go on the west or the east. And then right here, you'll decide on whether you want to go on East 1 or East 2. And right here, you'll decide on if you want to go on West 1 or West 2. And then basically you just come around. I have to test this track, obviously. There is some spots that may cause the train to yeet off the track. Hang on, guys. Well, you don't give me a chance to text you back, but that's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll just have to pay it by check. I don't have a I'm not going to go over there just yet. Okie dokie. So just go ahead. Just go ahead over to the pizza. Huh?
I'll pay you back for the money because I know that, the money was the problem. I'll just give you the money.
Just go ahead over to the pizza place and don't worry about it right now. We'll sort it out later. Alrighty.
Yeah, I didn't even go inside. I fucking saw it on a door. There was a big ass sign that said no debit or credit, and I was like, well, fuck.
Alright. No big deal. Don't worry about it right now. We'll sort it out later. Alrighty. Bye. Sorry guys, that was my son. Last couple weeks ago I had corona really bad, and my company, for somewhat ungod-given reason, does not pay but for one full week of at 100% pay for corona. And then if you're off another week or what have you, it's 50% of your pay. So my son was going to pay the water bill this go around because of reasons, basically. Because of corona. I was running a little short cash-wise, and so he was going to take care of it, and then I was going to pay him back when my check came in, next check. But unfortunately, as he just said, that they don't allow credit or debit, and that's the only way he can pay it. So unfortunately, it's not going to be able to be paid right now by him. So I apologize for the interruption. Real life drama. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Alright, so when you come in, and you'll notice that this rail actually looks pretty good, even though it kind of looks funky when you first put it down. It does kind of have an auto straightening feature, and unfortunately you're going to have to come way over and then come back in, and the reason for this is because this curve, you can't have it too tight. And if I have it too far over in one spot, it's going to be real tight. And I don't want it that way. I want these cars to be able to come around pretty smooth. So I have it coming over like this. Now, that being said, this section is now done. And I'm not sure how much of the rail, if I've completed it all up here, so we're going to go take a look real quick, just to verify whether it is completed all the way. And you can see the top of this hill is actually pretty high up, but that's why we didn't run the train across it. Right here, there's a pretty good slope that goes down, So we ran the train right there, rather, so that this is just a straight slope downhill. And it actually works pretty good. So if everything is good, which it does look like it is, what I'm going to do is we're going to cross the railroad trestle at the top. When we cross the railroad trestle, and I will tell you this, guys, before you guys say anything in the comments, I do know that you are supposed to have railroad decking down on the bridge. But I had to put this switch on the bridge, and they do not make a decking bridge switcher in this game. And because they don't, ooh, that's kind of a funky looking curve right there. I need to straighten that out. And because they don't make a switcher, that goes on the bridge, I did not put deck plating down on this bridge. That way it all looks kind of uniform. Because otherwise it really wouldn't, and it not looking uniform is going to look horrible. So I would just rather have it look decent than horrible, than having half the deck plated or decked and half not. And yes, this is kind of a weird angle. Alright, let's see how that come out. Oh yeah, that looks a little bit better. Alright, so now when you look at it, it's a little bit smoother and not quite so much of a jerk in it. So maybe the train won't yeet right there. We'll have to test it to find out. So basically now what we're going to do is we're going to walk this section over here. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down this way. I've already cleared the trees along this path to a certain distance. And then I kind of stopped. So we're going to continue to walk it real quick. And basically we're just surveying how we are going to run this train from here. So basically what I think I'm going to do is, you have a incline right here, looks like, so we can kind of come up the hill right here, and then we have to look and see where this comes down. But I do believe we're right here at it. So I think we're just going to come right around here. And this will slowly but surely take us up the hill. So if we just kind of follow this around, I don't believe we need to be up any higher. I'm going to walk up there and take a look, but I think, yeah, so nothing over here, because that all leads to the other side. So we just need to be right here. And right here we actually have plenty of room that we can put another shunt yard right here. I would actually like to, yeah, and then we'll just come right around here. And just follow this hillside. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start taking out some of these trees, so we can get these trees out of the way. And basically what we'll do is in the next episode we'll start laying our groundwork and so on and so forth. And this will steady come up. You have to let some of those trees fall every now and then, because the game can only calculate so many trees coming down. And you'll try to cut one and it won't let you cut it because there's too many broken objects already. Thank goodness it doesn't happen all the time. And hopefully I'll go slow enough that it'll allow the broken objects to dissipate before I run into that problem. Disappear, I should say. Oh, fell on my head. Alright, so now right here I have to go over to this other side, and I believe we're just going to go straight over right here. But we need to check and see that out for sure. So we're going to walk over there and take a look and make sure that this is the right way, which it is. Alright, so we're going to come right through here. Right through this area. Now I will have to manipulate some of this because there is, unfortunately, some holes in the area. So I'll have to put some pretty thick dirt work in there. Alright. We'll get rid of that one. And that one. This one. And this one. And I think we'll be good. So we'll go straight across right there. And now we got a clear area to come across with a bridge. And then we got a divot right here. So we'll have to use some pretty good dirt work there, or build it up so that it's higher. I like my dirt work pretty low to the ground, but we may actually, for this climb, we may have to adjust it and go a little bit higher with our dirt work so we can manipulate the height differences. Otherwise, we're going to be at whatever the ground is, and the ground may not allow us to do a 2 or 3% grade. It may be a 6 or an 8, and I don't want to have it that steep. Not if I can help it. Alright, so that should be that one. Granted, I know cutting trees isn't excited, but you guys can kind of, basically after I cut the trees, you can see what I'm driving toward. Alright, so this will be our route right through here. I want to go ahead and cut that one. And right down there, so we got a steady downhill climb, or steady downhill drop from here. Now at some point I know we are going to level out, and this does look pretty steep. So if I was to, and if you want to know how steep it is, you can basically take some dirt work, alright, and yes, you're at 0 right here and it's still visible. But you'll notice right here, you now have a pretty decent ramp right here. So you know definitely that it's going downhill. And if you want to know exactly how much of a drop this is, you can take and do a constant grade and then up it to where you can see it. You don't have to go very far. You can see the grade right here. If I go in about 3 foot and then up it, that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. So in order for me to see that ground, we're looking at an 8.9, a 9% grade. And actually that's not going to be quite true, because that's actually bringing it out of the ground. So actually we'll be looking at about a 7.99, almost an 8% grade right here, if I leave it that way. And I don't want to leave it that way. That is too much of a steep. It's too steep for a locomotive, especially if you have one coming up this hill loaded.
Hey, we're splitting that medium pizza, right?
Well, yeah, but that's going to be too much for one meal anyway.
Oh, I know. I was just asking.
Alright, so that being said, my son just got back with lunch/supper. We'll be eating Domino's Pizza. Not a paid advertisement. Alright, so what I may do is I think I want to skirt the edge. Because I think I want to put a water tower right here. So that way, if you need to, you can stop and fill up your locomotive with water right here at the halfway mark. You may not need it. With the new adjustments that the devs have made to the locomotives, they don't go through water quite as fast as what they did. They were initially burning through that water and the firewood extremely fast. And you would have to fill up in several different spots on a long trip, because it would burn some water pretty quick. I don't like these right on the edge, so we're going to get rid of those. I want to be able to see off the hill when I'm coming through there. And I want to be able to see the track, so we're going to get rid of these. At least right up in here. In areas where you're behind a deal right here, it really doesn't matter. You're not going to be able to see that well anyway. Alright, so we'll come this way. Now you can see right directly over that way, directly in front of us, is the ore. That's one of the facilities. So right there is our goal. And right here, we're pretty doggone even with it. Don't know you, I ain't answering it. Sorry for the interruption. So we're just going to keep going. We're going to go down a little bit. So we got a downgrade here. Timber! Alright, so looks like we're going to have a bridge right here. So now, I need to go over to the other side so I can figure out exactly where I'm going to have this bridge. And I think, looking at it, looks like right where that white spot is on the ground, straight ahead of us, through those two trees right here, that's probably where we're going to go. So we're going to come through here and be headed straight that way. So let's go take a look right over there. Alright, so right here would be the spot I was talking about. And actually we're going to have to come to right here. So we will have to curve just a little bit. Get out the way. Alright. Alright, so that'll clear out, and I want to drop this other tree. And that'll just about clear us out all the way over to here where we need. I'm going to drop this one and drop this one. And that'll get us right over to that flat spot from here. So we'll have a downgrade to come down here with a bridge. And then we will come across here. And then do we need another bridge? Looks like we do. So we're going to come off of here and go straight across. Alright, it's not going to let us go up the hill right there, so we are going to have to come around and find a spot where it'll let us climb the hill. Nope. And then we'll have to come back. Oh, come on. Let me go up the hill. It's kind of goofy right here. Oh. There we go. Oh. Come on. Up the hill. Fatso. Alright, so basically we're going to be coming this route right here. See, it wouldn't let me cut that tree. There we go. Had to wait for some of the trees to fall. Alright, so that looks like that's going to lead us over to our first area. So we'll come off right here with a bridge. The bridge will come to about right here, and then we'll curve slightly around this way. Ooh, that tree threw me. Almost yeeted me off the hill. Alright, so basically we'll go straight across right there. And you can see our route over there that we've already cleared off. Alright. So I think we've pretty well got it where we need it right now. Now I do want to go back over here real quick because I want to, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop some groundwork at a constant grade from here across, so it kind of gives us something to stand on. Alright. Now that's still not going to be high enough to get us up to there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go for a variant grade, and I'm going to come right here and I'm going to drop it down drastically at like a 10% grade, and then I'm going to connect it in. There we go. So now I can walk this area right now until I get the bridge put in without having to worry about it. And this actually kind of works to help show which direction we're going to be going. Well, not really, because we're not going to be going straight that way. We're going to be going straight this way. So this line will come directly off of here and go straight over to there. And then this groundwork down here can be deleted. Now what I like to do is go ahead and get my groundwork set. So basically I know that if I'm going to be dropping groundwork right here, I'm going to go right here, I'm going to do a variant grade, and I'm going to bring it up to where it's visible. And then I'm going to pull it up enough that it makes me comfortable. Alright, so right there ought to be pretty decent. Alright, then from there, I am going to do a variant grade so I can adjust it if I need to. And then I'm going to pull it the direction that I need it. And actually, I don't want to use this one, though. I want to use a stone grade, because see how it comes off of this hill? I don't want that. So we actually want to use we want to use a variable stone grade. And then see, we actually do have an incline right here. So we need to come up a couple of degrees or we're not going to make it. I think one. Now we can come back down. And we will actually connect in. Let's see. We want to be able to connect to that, so probably about right here. We don't want it to be too stout. And then we're going to do a -2. Until we're just about to touch the ground. About right there. And then from there, we are going to do the variant grade. And we're going to pull the variant grade off of here. So that it comes around like so. And we'll stop it for right there, right now. Alright, so there's my groundwork for right here, so that you can load up and then immediately be headed the right direction. We do know that that's a 2% grade there, so that's no big issue. You can see we do have kind of a wall, but at least it's not sticking off the side. So that's good. That'll be a perfect lay down for the bridge. Now right here, what I want to do is I want to get rid of this. So I'm going to demolish that groundwork that we put right there. And I want to curve this slightly in preparation for that bridge to run across. Because I don't want this completely right there without the bridge. And without a little bit of a turn. So we'll start right here and try to pop it in the middle. We're not quite there, so we need to come over just slightly. So about right here, be pretty close. Alright, and we're going to start our gradual turn. Just like that. So that'll take us the exact area we need. Now I can take from here and go ahead and pop the wooden bridge right in the middle and go ahead and walk across my platform that we made. And you'll be able to see that we have a pretty good route right there. We are going to need to have to drop the grade a little. That's a 1% drop. So I think that'll be great. That'll be golden. So I think about right there should do it. And that should be pretty even with our terrain. Yep. So when you come right here, you'll make this little turn. Perfect. Now we can go ahead and get rid of this, because we no longer need it. So we'll get rid of that. Get rid of that. And now we have a beautiful bridge foundation in place that we can walk across the top of. That's why we don't need that anymore. Yeah, because now we can walk across the top. Alright. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut it off right there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And we'll come back, like I said in the last video. Currently, I do not have a recording. I have a recording software, but I do not have an editing software. If you guys have any suggestions on good, decent editing software that's reasonably inexpensive, please let me know. Everyone I've seen so far that's decent, and I don't want it to be a junky, can't really do much with it type of deal. I don't mind paying for one if I get a few extra features for $30 or $40. I don't really want to spend $130 on an editing software. It's really not worth it. I'm not in that industry permanently, so I don't really need a permanent fix like that that's going to be $130. So if you guys can give me some suggestions or something like that, it would be well appreciated. And as far as that goes, we're going to go ahead and shut it down right here. We've already got a partial track laid. And we will go ahead and continue this route from here once we get back, which means we have to bring in our slab, come across, and then build another bridge over to there. Our final step will be laying all the track. Right now, we want just to drop the stonework down so we can make any adjustments that we might need to make. And then from there, we'll drop all the track down. It's absolutely a gorgeous view from up here. You can see a lake down, or a river down there running through that center. I think it is going to be absolutely gorgeous and wonderful when the devs do introduce dynamic weather. That is going to be completely awesome. It looks like we have a slight uphill, and then we get pretty flat going around that other side. Most of this section here looks like it's pretty close to the same level we're currently at. So I think for the most part we're not going to have too much of a incline or decrease in elevation until we get to the other side of this hill here. Then we'll start our downhill. I mean, granted, it does look like it's a gradual downhill, but right directly straight across where it goes around that hill, it looks like it's at the same height we are. And this directly in front of us may be about halfway from this tree to the tip right there of that, where you can see that trail. About halfway you can see there is a little bit of an increase, and it starts coming up gradually from there. So all in all, I think this is going to be a absolute great route. If I needed to, I could put another watershed here. I don't think we'll need it. I think one on that other plateau over there will be absolutely perfect. This is kind of a small plateau, and it would be really, really difficult to haul lumber and materials over to here in order to build one in those days, and I don't think I want to put one there because of that fact. So basically, I think that's where we're going to be at. And then we'll gradually come this way. To like right here. And then we'll start our bridge. So right here you'll be pretty flat, pretty stable. And then we'll drop our bridge over here. We do need to drop some stonework, I think, or maybe we can climb this just fine. I'll have to see. Yeah, we can climb this side just fine. Alright, so we don't have to worry so much with that one. We do want our stonework to be elevated in this area, so we can drop it down a couple of degrees if we need to. But we do have some pretty good ruts in the ground, and we don't want to be fighting with those ruts. So from right here, we would plop our bridge across. And I know having the bridge inside your belly makes it kind of hard to see. And absolutely perfect. That is going to be absolutely perfect. So if I drop it down right here, now we can walk across this and we have a pretty set course through here. Boom. Right across here. Slow, shallow turn, which means that less worry about the train derailing. And that is marvelous. That is absolutely what we want to see. Now, right here, I kind of worry about where I put this. I think I should have gone over just a little bit more. Probably where the center is about right here of the bridge. But we'll see how it works. That means we are going to have a slightly oops, not what I wanted. Wrong one. Alright, so that means that we are going to have a slight turn coming off of here right off the bat. And we are going to have to start reducing our grade. Alright, let's take a look at that. I think that's doable. I don't think that'll be too bad. Now we have an increase right here. So we're going to come back up. Our elevation will. Remember we said we were about right there. I don't mind it being just a little bit off. I just don't want it a whole bunch off. Catch back up right here. Alright, so let's take a look at this and see what we got. Yeah, that's not bad at all. That's not bad at all. Alright. So, we're going to call that good right there. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down right here. I hope you guys will come back and see the continuation of this as we continue to run across here. Boy, that bridge looks beautiful running through there. So we have already been over to our iron mine, and we have already put the groundwork about halfway over, and that took us an hour, which isn't too bad. So please come back and watch the next episode as we continue to lay this track down, and then finally toward the end we will test it all and make what adjustments that we may need to make. Hopefully it will not require too many adjustments, but we may need to make some. So please come back, hit that like and subscribe button. That would help me out tremendously, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace out, everybody.